inspired by a dream. That dream is now a reality. Our goal at GameDay Media is to provide a new way of watching high school sporting events in Northwest North Dakota through live audio, video streaming services. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch and listen to all the action. We are looking for business sponsors to come on board with GameDay Media to help promote your business as we help to promote our area athletes during our broadcasts. Contact David or Randy Peterson for further details on how you can become a sponsor on GameDay Media. GameDay Media, more than a game.
Today's GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you by NCC, Tioga Medical Center, The Country Store, St. Luke's Medical Center, Otheon Boutique, Souris Valley Dental Group of Minot, Hoagland Insurance Services, Frames by Ryan James, D&L Paraffin, Brad Johnson Insurance, Bravera Bank, Continental Resources, Northwest Therapy Services, Nessa Consulting Service, Roustabout Service and Insulating, DA Land LLC, 701 Cornhole Company, Bingaman Construction, Tioga Ace Hardware, Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, The Bank of Tioga, Tioga Parts Supply, Surge Aesthetics, The Porch, Tegan's Interiors, Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, Prairie Home Furnishings, Farmers Union Insurance, Larson Vossen Agency, Game 1, Tech Next Solutions, Hidden Beauty Salon and Spa, Montreal County Health Center, Brandy Larson Insurance Agency, Prairie Ford of Stanley, Kyle Hansen, Financial Advisor, Murex Petroleum Corporation, TNP Measurements Incorporated, MC Property and Maintenance LLC, Tioga Pirates Booster Club, Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, Border Mobile Grain Cleaning, Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club, Flag Family Media.
And as we come here to the home of the Blue Jays here in Stanley, North Dakota, my name is Randy Peterson. Glad you've joined us here on GameDay Media for our featured presentation tonight. It'll be Class A girls basketball with the Stanley Blue Jays hosting the Watford City Wolves. And we're looking forward to a great match and game here this evening here from the home of the Blue Jays in Stanley, North Dakota. Again, my name's Randy Peterson. My production crew, Nick Waller, running our computer boards tonight. Our cameraman giving you the eyes of our game tonight is Owen Miller, and appreciate those guys coming on board with us. But yeah, we've got a lot in store for you here on our Border Plains Equipment pregame show, including Continental Resources coaches' comments. And after we come back out of this timeout from the NCC Sports Desk, we'll continue with our Border Plains Equipment pregame show. It'll be head coach Tom Dwyer of the Watford City Wolves on our first coach's comments after this 2-minute timeout.
At Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, our vision is to be the respected and recognized leader in agricultural equipment and the employer of choice by helping people succeed. Our mission is to serve agricultural customers and communities by partnering to meet their needs through the sales and support of farm equipment and technology. Visit plainsag.com to check local inventory or stop by at 8141 off Highway 2 in Stanley, North Dakota today.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Border Mobile Grain Cleaning, based in Columbus, North Dakota, offers custom on-the-farm grain cleaning for spring wheat, durum, and barley. Contact Ethan Bakken at 701-310-5007 or find him on Facebook at Border Mobile Grain Cleaning. The Country Store, located at 123 Main Street in Powers Lake, North Dakota. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it. Born and raised amidst the small-town love of Northwest North Dakota, we at Northwest Communications Cooperative understand the joy of being part of a great community. That's why we choose to pour back into the people who pour into us. At NCC, we offer internet, telephone, video, and security services that are industry standard, top of the line. Based in Ray, North Dakota, we consider Northwest North Dakota our neighborhood. Let us know how we can serve you. Local, fast, reliable. Making connections, locally committed. This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Othione Boutique. Shop in person in downtown Tioga or visit their website at shopothione.com.
Nessa Consulting, located in Tioga, North Dakota. Visit nessaconsulting.com.
Frames by Ryan James, located in Crosby, North Dakota. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Frames by Ryan James.
As we come back into Game Day Media from our NCC Sports Desk, welcome back to the Continental Resources Coach's Comments here on our Border Plains Equipment pregame show. I've been able to catch up with head coach Tom Dwyer of the Watford City Wolves to talk with me about their upcoming game this evening with the Stanley Blue Jays. Thanks, Coach Dwyer, for making yourself available here on our Continental Resources Coach's Comments.
Of course.
Before we talk about your upcoming game this evening with the Stanley Blue Jays, I'd like to find out more about you since we haven't been able to talk with you in the past. So tell us a little bit about what you do outside of coaching, how long you've been the coach of the Wolves, some of those kind of particulars, Coach.
Yeah, this is my 10th year teaching. I teach high school science. Chemistry is one of my favorite subjects. Taught 1 year at Oak Grove and have been in Watford City ever since. So this is my 9th year teaching here in Watford City. My wife is also a teacher in our public school systems here in Watford City. Been a coach all 9 years here in Watford City. First year I was in the boys, and then I switched over to the girls, and I was the JV girls coach for 3 years, and then I've been the head coach for the last 6 years.
After playing in the Class A ranks in the state of North Dakota over the past few years, the Wolves are now part of a new reclassified Class A division in the state of North Dakota as they've moved to the 3-class system for basketball. What's your opinion? Has that been a good move for the Wolves, and if so, why?
Yes, I do think it's a good move for the Wolves, but I guess not just for the Wolves. I've been a proponent of the 3-class system for a long time. Mm-hmm. And I know some people might be quick to point out that I'm just doing it for my own self. But I think even before I was in Watford City, I think our state has needed a 3-class system for a long time. I've been a proponent. My dad has been a proponent of a long time, and his reasoning makes sense. I think there's been way too lopsided games over the last 20 years, and it seems to be getting worse. So I was excited that the state proposed it and that they accepted it. And, I'm sure there'll be some kinks to work out. But just looking at the scores from the first month of the season or first couple weeks of the season, it does seem like there's been overall more competitive games. So I think it's a good thing for the state.
As I look at your roster, Coach, with only 2 seniors on this year's team, you'll be playing some pretty young players this year. I know that your Wolves were ranked in the top 5 early in the weeks of the season. So you must have some talented ball players on your team this year, Coach.
Yeah, I think ranking teams at the beginning of the year is always extremely tough. It's really hard to know, especially with our new 3-class system. I mean, even myself, I've been so used to playing Century and Bismarck and what those coaches do. And all of a sudden I feel like I'm playing teams that I'm kind of unfamiliar with again. And so It's been kind of interesting. So it's kind of hard to, even know exactly where we fall even 4 games into the season already. But yeah, we definitely have some talented players. We have Jesse Mogan and Jordan Peterson as our 2 seniors. Both of them are extremely smart. Both of them play like seniors. Jessie is committed to Minot State and is a really, really, really good basketball player. She's one of our better defenders. She's our point guard, but she can play really any position. She's very versatile. Jordan is, a guard. She's smart. She can play a backup point guard role. And then we got quite a few other good players. We have Bailey Matson, who's extremely fast, extremely athletic, makes a lot of smart plays, is a playmaker on our team. Addie Schaff does a lot of great things for us. And then we play another 5 to 6 girls after that that all do a good job of contributing to our team.
Tonight you bring your team to Stanley to take on the Stanley Blue Jays in a Region 3 versus Region 4 matchup. And like the Wolves, the Blue Jays are playing in the Class A division of basketball this year. So for them, they moved from the Class B ranks from a year ago and now playing at the Class A ranks. And what do you know about Coach Hetzel's Blue Jay team? And what do you feel will be a key factor in the Wolves to come away with a victory tonight, Coach?
Watched a couple games, and Stanley has a good team. They do some really good things, and I think we just have to make sure that we stay true to what we like to do. We have to play good defense. That's our main focus, always starting with defense. Play team defense, rotate, communicate, make sure that we rebound and don't give any second chances. I think that's the main key right there, just starting with that. And then offensively, just making sure we move the ball and we make sure that Stanley has to work defensively, and we take the best shots we can.
You've been listening to our Continental Resources Coaches Comments with Watford City Wolves head coach Tom Dwyer. We'll step aside, and when we come back, we'll continue with the Border Plains Equipment pregame show as we talk to the Blue Jays head coach Heath Hetzel from our NCC Sports Desk, as we pause for a few words from some of our great GameDay Media sponsors.
Located in Crosby, North Dakota, Brad Johnson Insurance has been helping clients find insurance coverage since 1986. Our team is passionate about serving the community in which we live and pride ourselves on getting to know our clients to best serve their needs. Our staff is active in the public and strives to better our community through participation, involvement, and by supporting area events and youth programs. For a quote, visit bradjohnsoninsurance.com or call 701-965-4200 today.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you in part by Bingaman Construction in Ray, North Dakota, your go-to for all your residential and commercial spray foam and construction needs. Tegan's Interiors, located on Main Street in Crosby, North Dakota. Follow them on Facebook or find them online at tegansinteriors.com. Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, located at 106 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit tiogadrug.com.
Again from the NCC Sports Desk, welcome back to our Continental Resources Coaches Comments here on the Border Plains Equipment pregame show. I've been able to catch up with head coach Heath Hetzel of the Stanley Blue Jays girls basketball team to talk with me about their upcoming game this evening with the Watford City Wolves. And first of all, Coach, welcome back into GameDay Media here on our Continental Resources Coaches Comments.
Well, thanks, Randy, and I appreciate all you guys, you and dear son David are doing, and looking forward to GameDay Media broadcasting our game tonight.
Before we talk about your upcoming game this evening with the Watford City Wolves, the Stanley Blue Jays are now playing in a different division, the A division, now that the state of North Dakota has adopted a new 3-class system for basketball this year. I know that you're playing new teams this year, so tell me how the Blue Jays are making the adjustment to perhaps a stronger, a faster type of play, Coach.
Well, Randy, it's interesting to think about with the Class A system, and, immediately fans and, the onlookers go to, well, Class A, we're moving to Class A, and, we moved up. Well, I always tell people that overall it's the reclassification. So technically we didn't move up. We just got reclassified, and now we are in Class A. So from now on, when teams move up or down, they're going to move up or down. So, the majority of our teams actually, Randy, that we play this year are going to be the existing Class B teams. It's just that they're, like you said, they're different teams that we're playing, but that we hadn't played in the past before. But you look at our schedule, and we got Wahpeton, Watford City, and Turtle Mountain are the only original Class A teams that are on our schedule. So, however, we don't have the original Norton, the Region 8 teams that we had before, such as everybody but Newtown. Us and Newtown are only 2 Region 8 teams that moved to Class A. The rest of the Region 8 teams, the old Region 8, are in Class B. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting when you look at it from that perspective. However, as you mentioned, we do play a lot of new teams. Our schedule isn't filled with too many existing teams that we played in previous years. So it's going to be a little bit of different travel. In the past, games where we could kind of count on, on such and such night, every year we played this team, and whether it was Powers Lake or Tioga or Kenmare or Ray, Divide County, and in our district, we could kind of peg those games of when they were. But now my schedule, I'm constantly looking at the schedule going, oh, who do we got this week? Who do we got, next week or whatever. It's just a variety of games or, different talents. So it kind of throws, as a coach, it throws us off a little bit. But, all in all, we're excited for it. Definitely, we're going to play some more teams on the eastern side of the state and you get to farther south even. And it's does change the speed a little bit different. So, we're excited for the challenge, definitely.
5 games into the new season, the Blue Jays were able to win their first game of the season this past Saturday, taking down the Standing Rock community by a score of 57-52. Boy, it's always nice to get that monkey off your back, getting your first win of the season, Coach.
Oh, was it ever, Randy? None of us probably lose well. And, I told the girls after we lost to Newtown, we had a 12-point lead going into the fourth quarter, and we got outscored 21-2 and lost by 7. And I told the girls afterwards, we were 0-4 at that point, and I don't take losing very lightly and very good. And so I said, I'm ready to get this out of the bottom of Class A right now, which we were at 0-4. And so that was our mission, and to go into the Standing Rock game, trying to get that first victory of the year. And the girls came out and played well. We had a pretty good balance. I mean, we had Clancy Hornberger, she had 26 points, and Andy Royce with 12. And so we had, some good balance there. And actually everyone that started, all our starters and all our bench players that night scored. So, we got everybody in the scoring column, and it was a really competitive game. And it was fun to get a win, and also fun to get a win here on our home court.
As I look at your roster, Coach, you list 4 seniors on your team this year, and you surround them with a number of underclassmen, which includes 2 freshmen and 2 8th graders. That's always nice to have a good amount of seniors to take those younger players under their wings and provide some encouragement, probably provide a little bit of protection, and make them feel part of the team, Coach.
Yeah, it sure is. We definitely have that experience, but yet, like you said, we have some youth, and we're excited to mix and match those girls together this year. And so that does create a challenge also of trying to, upperclassmen sometimes don't always like underclassmen playing over them. So you always got to deal with that too. And so trying to figure that matching those personalities and with that playing time. And yet in the end of the day, as coaches, we're trying to put the team on the floor that'll best compete and get that W for our Blue Jays. So yeah, it's going to be a fun time to try to put that together. And the girls, they've all worked well together for the last month of practice and the games we've been in. Our record definitely doesn't show very well at 1-4, but we've had some, we started the season with a 5-point loss to Killdeer down in Killdeer, and the girls came out and played well. And then their next 2 games against Velva, Bethany Enander ended up getting kind of hurt for the she didn't play the whole second half of the Velva game or the Wahpeton game. And so that kind of hurt us in our rotation a little bit. But, when we were rating those games, and Wahpeton was a game that I felt we were rating that game to almost till into the fourth quarter and couldn't overcome it. So, looking forward to getting to go against the Wolves tonight.
Well, talking about the Wolves, they've been ranked in the top 5 early in the season in the media polls in the Class A division of girls basketball. And Coach Dwyer down there seems to have a pretty good team this year. So what do you feel will be a key factor for your Blue Jays to claim their second win of the season here early in the season, Coach?
Been a lot of years since the Blue Jays played the Wolves. Of course, I wasn't on the coaching staff at that time, was coaching junior high basketball. And so we did play the Wolves back then. But I would imagine we're playing some of those girls that we'd coached against in junior high. But yeah, I've watched some game film on them and trying to prepare the best we can. And Jessica Mogan, I definitely, she's kind of seems to be their leader on the floor. She's a senior for them. And so we're looking to kind of put some good pressure on her and the rest of the starters as well, and those off the bench. And yeah, they're definitely, I think they're 2-2 this year, and I think they've had some close games as well. And I think it's going to be definitely a tough competition. And if we don't, just like I tell the girls every night, if we, no matter who it is, if we don't come to play, we're not going to have a chance. But if we come to play and attitude and effort and leave it on the court, we'll put ourselves in a position to be in most games this year.
You've been listening to our Continental Resources Coaches Comments with Stanley Blue Jays head coach Heath Hetzel. And we'll step aside, and when we come back, we'll continue with the Border Plains Equipment pregame show from our NCC Sports Desk after a few words from some of our great Game Day Media sponsors.
While being the largest leaseholder in the Bakken, Continental Resources believes that we are among the most efficient and cost-effective producers of oil and natural gas on the planet. One of the most effective ways of putting action behind our values is by giving to those communities in which we operate. American Energy is a huge contributor of tax revenue to local, state, and federal governments, an economic catalyst, and a job creator. If you want to work in an environment that encourages teamwork and putting your ideas into action, visit CLR.com to start your new career today.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Brandy Larson Insurance of Stanley offers home, auto, business, and farm insurance. For a quote, call 701-628-1414. Your local Farmers Union insurance agent.
Murex Petroleum Corporation, a pioneer for today, creating opportunities for all involved. Extraordinary people, extraordinary assets. MurexPetroleumCorporation.com.
Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, family owned and operated since 1986. Offering septic service, portable restrooms and hand wash, sewer jet and camera services. Located in Stanley, North Dakota, call for a free quote at 701-628-2960. D&L Paraffin Incorporated is a local family-owned hot oil company that has been in operation since 1981. We work hard to develop good business relationships with the oilfield companies in the Tioga area. While offering services north of Lake Sakakawea, we focus on integrity, hard work, and safety. For all hot oil services, call dispatch at 701-641-3065 or 701-641-6310. And for hiring information, be sure to follow us on Facebook at DL Paraffin.
Founded in 2019, Northwest Therapy Services, located in Ray and Williston, North Dakota, provides speech therapy in our clinics as well as partnering with local schools and nursing facilities to provide on-site therapeutic services. Our therapists offer language therapy as well as therapy for social, cognitive, communication, swallowing, feeding, and voice disorders. We are dedicated to providing the highest level of quality services. To schedule an appointment, visit nwtherapyservices.com or call 701-568-8255.
And as we come back here to our Border Plains Equipment pregame show, we'll take a look at our starting lineups for both teams here, sponsored by Haugland Insurance Services. And they'll go this way for the Watford City Wolves coming into this game with a 2-2 record, coached up by Tom Dwyer in his 6th year as the head coach for the Watford City Wolves. And he'll go this way. It'll be at a forward, a 5'11 junior wearing number 2, Fallon Samsel. Starting at a guard, averaging about 16.5 points a game, a 5'9 senior wears number 5, Jessica Mogan. Another 5'9 sophomore wearing number 10 is guard Bailey Matson, getting the nod tonight for head coach Tom Dwyer. At the forward position tonight, Addie Schaff. Addie Schaff, a 5'9 junior wearing number 21. And rounding out the starting lineup at a guard, it'll be Jordan Peterson, the other senior on the Wolves team, stands 5'5 and wears number 22. So again, your starting lineup for the Watford City Wolves, it'll be Fallon Samsel, Jessica Mogan, Bailey Matson, Adeline Schaff, and Jordan Peterson. And for the Stanley Blue Jays, coached up by Heath Etzel in his 4th year as the head coach, coming into the game with a 2-2 record, or 1-4 record, excuse me. And they'll go with Harley Deteen, a 5'3 junior wearing number 3 at a guard. Bethany Enander, also a guard, stands 5'7. She is a senior and wears number 5. Matea Stone, a 5'7 senior, wears number 10. She's playing forward for head coach Hetzel tonight. And another guard position, Molly Lund, a 5'6 senior wearing number 14. And rounding out the starting lineup, the leading scorer for the Blue Jays, tickling the twines for about a 15.5 point per game, 9.5 rebounds per game. That is Clancy Hornberger at a guard position, standing 5'8", and she is a senior. She wears number 2. So again, for the 1-4 Stanley Blue Jays, coached up by Heath Etzel, they'll go with Harley Deteen, Bethany Enander, Matea Stone, Molly Lund, and Clancy Hornberger. And as we transition out of there, we're going to have our national anthem tonight. And that national anthem is going to be performed right here at our gymnasium at the home of the Blue Jays by Ricky Marino. As we turn it over to our public address announcer, And we'll honor the United States of America with the singing of our national anthem by Stanley High School student Ricky Marino. Ricky Marino, a student here at Stanley High School with the singing of our national anthem. Very nice job, Mr. Marino, as you've honored the United States of America here this evening. As we look at the starting lineup for the Watford City Wolves, and it'll be number 2, Phelan Sampson, and number 5, Jessica Mogan, number 10, Bailey Matson, number 21, Addie Schaff, and number 22, Jordan Peterson, to take the floor in the starting role for the Watford City Wolves, and head coach Tom Dwyer coming into this game with a .500 record, 2-2 on the season. And for the Stanley Blue Jays, looking to add another win to the column after defeating Standing Rock Community last game, they'll start with number 3, Harley Deteen. And it'll be number 5, Bethany Enander, a 5'7" senior. Another senior, Mateus Stone, standing 5'7". And number 14 is another senior, Molly Lund, gets the nod here tonight. And rounding out the starting lineup, another senior, Clancy Hornberger. Hornberger, the leading scorer for the Stanley Blue Jays, tickling the twines with a 15.6 points per game average so far through the first 4 games of the season, averaging about just over 9 rebounds per game for head coach Heath Hetzel and the Stanley Blue Jays. Want to welcome in our viewers and listeners to KTGO 1090 AM and 92.7 Flag Family Media, conservative talk show radio found on 1090 AM, 92.7, picking up our audio feed tonight. Welcome aboard, folks. There's the whistle as the Stanley Blue Jays control the opening tip. Enander comes just inside and gets a nice start as she drops it down for the first bucket of the game. They're out 2-0. Here come the Wolves. Mogan gives the ball up to number 10. Now they kick it out to number 2. That is Phelan Samsel. Now back out the top of the key. Peterson drives the lane, puts it in, 4-2. Jordan Peterson with the first bucket on the first shot. And we're all knotted up at 2 apiece. Just underway here with 7.5 minutes to go. As Bethany Enander comes in, gives it up to Clancy Hornberger, guarded there by Mogan. Mogan all over Hornberger now in the backcourt. Mogan has the ball again, and then Mogan jump ball, and this time it'll be a turnover called against the Stanley Blue Jays as they lost control of the basketball, and the possession arrow gives the ball back over to the Watford City Wolves as Mogan comes into the front court there, picked up by Datine. Right side they go to Bailey Matson. Matson with the look, couple dribbles, now drives into the paint, has a ball poke checked out of their hand by Bethany Enander. And now here comes the Stanley Blue Jays again with a good defense as Matson picks up the basketball, goes to the paint, and then we're going to have a hand check called. It'll go against number 5 for the Blue Jays. That'll be Bethany Enander with the first foul of the game as they reset the shot clock at 35 seconds, 6:46 remaining. Ball inbounded to Peterson. Peterson takes the shot from 3, no good. Then we're going to have a tie-up. This time the possession arrow goes over to the Stanley Blue Jays. 6:40 remaining here in the first quarter, just underway here on our coverage of Game Day Media. Here's a nice pass, but it's lost by the Blue Jays, Clancy Hornberger. Now here inside, it's going to be the Wolves putting the shot up is Addie Schaaf. Schaaf comes away empty as the Blue Jays come down with the rebound. Stone wasn't expecting it, and that's turnover number 3. We want to welcome in some of the Hetzels down in South Dakota. I know that Coach Hetzel was talking about his family down in Rapid City, as well as his dad down in Lemon, South Dakota. Watching in tonight here on Game Day Media. Make sure you give us a thumbs up every once in a while if you would. That helps everybody in YouTube land. And the team looks at the basketball, now gives up the ball to Enander. Enander drives to the paint, get tied up. This time again, the possession arrow goes over to Watford City. That'll be counted as another turnover for the Stanley Blue Jays, their 4th of the game. 5:49 remaining here in the first quarter. We're all tied up on your Tioga Medical Center scoreboard, 2 points apiece. As Annie Royce will check in, next opportunity for the Blue Jays. There's a nice block there by Clancy Hornberger. Hornberger's a bit out of control. Ball's on the deck. Hornberger gets it back. Hornberger's going to drive in coast to coast, put it off the backboard, and comes away empty as the ball is last touched by the Blue Jays and out of bounds. Goes back over to Watford City as Matea Stone will check out of the game. The freshman, Annie Royce, wears number 15, stands 5'11", checks in for head coach Heath Hetzel at the 5:25 mark of the first quarter. Jordan Peterson kicks it out to Jessica Mogan. Jessie Mogan drives to the paint, puts a shot up, and then we're going to have a shooting foul called against the Stanley Blue Jays, and I believe they're going to whistle. A little slow on getting the foul up there, but I believe it's going to be against, Clancy Hornberger. Her first personal foul as Mogan puts down the first free throw. She's on the board with her first point of the game, has another opportunity from the Souris Valley Dental Group free throw line. Second one is away and hits the bottom of the net. 4-2, we're here early in the first quarter as Tane comes into the front court, tries to go back door, and then Annie Royce loses the basketball, and it's going to go off of her fingertips and out of bounds. Turnover number 5 against the Blue Jays here. At the 5:05 mark, Datine will put a little pressure in the backcourt, kind of chasing Jessie Mogan. Bailey Matson now with it, gives it up to number 12, Amelia Wisnes into the game for Tom Dwyer's Watford City Wolves team. And here is Mogan putting up a nice shot on a little runner, and she's got 4 points tonight. Nice looking ball player for the Watford City Wolves, a Minot State University commit. And here is Annie Royce beating the press breaker, puts it off the glass left side, and gets the Blue Jays within 2. Here's a foul that's going to be called against Molly Lund, Stanley Blue Jays. Her first personal foul, that's the 3rd team foul, as Matea Stone will check in for the Blue Jays, along with C.J. Bombach for head coach Heath Hetzel. Bombach and Stone into the game. Stays with Watford City on a fresh 35. They inbound it. Now they get it back to number 22, Jordan Peterson, one of two seniors. The other one is Mogan. Here's number 21, Addie Schaff. And there's going to be another foul that's going to be called against number 22, Clancy Hornberger. Her second personal foul, and this time they'll send Addie Schaff to the free throw line to shoot a pair from the Souris Valley Dental Group free throw line. 6-4 right now on your Tioga Medical Center scoreboard as Schaff and the Watford City Wolves put in another free throw. They're 3 for 3 from the free throw line here. 4:17 remaining in the first quarter. Second one's off the back iron. I jinxed her. As Stone runs down the rebound, or Bombeck, excuse me, check that. Here's Hornberger now, going right side to Bombeck. Now they try to throw the ball inside. The ball goes off the foot of the Watford City Wolves. It'll stay with the Blue Jays with 22 seconds on the shot clock, 4:02 remaining on the game clock here in quarter number 1 of this featured matchup tonight on Game Day Media. Here's a out-of-bounds play, blocked there by Mogan on a shot attempt by Clancy Hornberger. Good defense by the Wolves. Here's a pass that's intercepted for the Blue Jays. That's Clancy Hornberger. Hornberger drives along the paint, now runs out of real estate, but the ball goes off the foot of the Watford City Wolves. It'll stay with Stanley. 3:43 remaining here in the first quarter. Enander triggers the inbounds pass, throws it away. Turnover number 6. Tell your friends and family to go to our YouTube channel at Game Day Media ND. No cost to subscribe to any of our broadcasts. And here's a gift for Jesse Mogan. And with that, there is going to be a timeout on the floor as head coach Heath Hetzel needs to talk about it. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching. And as we come back here to the home of the Blue Jays in Stanley, North Dakota, again, my name is Randy Peterson tonight as we feature Region 3 and Region 4 girls basketball between the Stanley Blue Jays and the Watford City Wolves. This segment's going to be brought to you by Brevera Bank, located here in Stanley, North Dakota, proud supporter of the Stanley community and the Stanley Blue Jays, helping you, our customer, forge new paths to achieve your financial goals. That's Brevera Bank, located here in Stanley, North Dakota. Also want to thank Kyle Hansen, your thriving financial agent in Northwest North Dakota, located here in Stanley. And contact Kyle or Becky Gettle, your local thriving advisors, at 701-628-2384. That's the Kyle Hansen Thriving Financial Agency located in Stanley. And here's another foul and another whistle. This time it's going to be a whistle against Clancy Hornberger. Now Hornberger with 3 personal fouls in the game. And it'll be a shooting foul as we've reached 5 fouls here in the first quarter. And once that happens, double bonus from here on out for the Wolves on every foul committed by the Blue Jays, as Jessica Mogan finds every part of the rim before the ball falls through. 7 points for the Minot State commit to play Beaver basketball next year. For the Minot State Beavers at the free throw line again, and she's 4 for 4 from the free throw line. 8 points in the contest. She's got 8 out of the 11 for the Wolves. A little bit of pressure in the backcourt as the Blue Jays struggling to get it just over the 10-second line. Here's Royce giving the ball up to Enander. Enander spins, drives to the paint, off the glass, no good. As the Wolves are going to be guilty of a foul. Bethany Enander will go to the charity stripe to shoot 2. As that foul is whistled against number 10, Bailey Matson, a 5'9" sophomore for head coach Tom Dwyer of the Wolves, and it'll be Enander from the Souris Valley Dental Group free throw line with the first one up and good. Enander now with 3 points. 2:46 remaining in the first quarter. It's 11-5. Make it 11-6 as Enander knocks them both down. 5-point deficit for the Blue Jays against the Wolves, ranked in the top 5 early in the preseason poll. With a couple losses, they've worked their way out of it, but there's an offensive rebound put up by Matson. Matson with her first bucket of the game on the second opportunity. As this pressure, here's another steal, and there is Jordan Peterson with another bucket and another timeout called. It'll be a short timeout. You're watching Region 3, Region 4 girls basketball here on GameDay Media.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Roustabout Service and Insulating, servicing the oil and gas industry since 1963. MC Property and Maintenance LLC is a family-owned and operated property management, maintenance, and handyman company based in Stanley, North Dakota. From lawn care to snow removal and everything in between, let us manage every aspect of your rental, property, and maintenance needs. To schedule an appointment, call Max at 701-641-2772.
This segment brought to you by Prairie Motors here in Stanley, North Dakota, devoting themselves to helping and serving our customers to the best of their ability with high-quality vehicles as well as high-quality service. That's Matt Evans and the team at Prairie Motors in Stanley. Mogan strips the ball, and there's another easy bucket for the 5'9" senior. Now here's another turnover as the Blue Jays really struggling against this press. Another bucket by the Wolves. Just like that, it's 19-6. Lund comes into the front court and then throws it away. Another turnover. That's their 10th of the first quarter, according to my unofficial books. 19-6 with 1:48 remaining. Things looking kind of ugly here right now for the Stanley Blue Jays. So this press has really caused some problems for the Stanley Blue Jays tonight. Here's Schaff. Entry pass into Mogan. Mogan puts it off the glass left side for 2 more points. That was easy. 21-6. Hornberger into the front court. Drives in, puts it off the glass right side for her first 2 points. And the leading scorer for the Blue Jays on the board tonight. Here's Bailey Matson going uncontested all the way to the hoop for an easy layup. Patine into the front court's going to get hip checked by number 21. That is Addie Schaff. Schaff going to be whistled for the foul. Only the second team foul called against the Wolves here in the first quarter with 1:05 remaining. Blue Jays get the ball inbounded to Hornberger, who gives it up to Datine. Harley with the dribble, now back over to Hornberger, pulls a trigger from a deep three. It's off the glass for a three-pointer for a Tioga Ace Hardware three-pointer. 23-11, wide open. Matson left all alone. Nobody picked her up. She got the easiest bucket of her season so far. And there's a double dribble in the backcourt against Stanley. And so with 43 seconds to go, the Wolves up by 14 at 25-11. Mogan will trigger the inbounds pass for the Wolves. On their side of the basketball court, they go into Jordan Peterson, excuse me. Jordan Peterson goes over to number 12. That is Amelia Wisnes. As Mogan goes between her legs, picked up there by Enander. Behind her back, now loses the handle on it. That'll be considered a turnover against Watford, only their second of the contest, as Hornberger comes into the front court. Entry pass into Annie Royce, who couldn't control it. Another turnover for the Blue Jays, their 12th. Here's Mogan, fakes, puts a shot up, puts it in for 2 more. I don't think she's missed here in the first quarter. Might have to go back and review our coverage here on GameDay Media, but I don't think she's missed. As the buzzer sounds to end the first quarter, your Tioga Medical Center scoreboard. It is the Watford City Wolves 27. Good quarter for the Wolves. The Stanley Blue Jays 11 will step aside. come back after this 1-minute timeout.
At Haugland Insurance Services, we are passionate about protecting farmers and ranchers. With extensive agricultural knowledge, we have the tools to protect your profit and minimize risk. Whether it's crop and livestock insurance or farm property and liability, we protect your hard-earned assets. We can also assist with farm transitions, commercial insurance, life, health, and disability coverage. You work hard to feed our world, and we work tirelessly to protect what you've grown and built. Call us at 701-965-4066 or visit us online at hauglandinsuranceservices.com.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Napa Tioga Parts Supply, located at 105 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit napaonline.com. TNT Measurements Incorporated, providing oil and gas allocation meter proving, calibrations, and production facility lack provings. To schedule your proving, contact Derek Thompson at 701-421-1351.
As we come back for the start of our Northwest Therapy Services start of second quarter, it's Clancy Hornberger with the shot. And the rebound pulled down by the Watford City Wolves. Here comes Mogan again with 14 points in the first quarter to lead all scorers. Schaff looks back door, finds Matson cutting, goes to the paint, goes around the Blue Jays for an easy bucket again from the right side. 29-11. Here's Hornberger. Didn't get the roll here at her home court as the ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be last touched off the arms of the Watford City Wolves, so it'll stay with the Blue Jays. Officials tonight: Shiloh Shumway, Jarek Hansen, and Mitch Volk. Here's a shot put up by the Blue Jays, falls away empty. Watford City looking inside. There's Matson again from the paint, turns, fakes, and no good as Hornberger pulls down the rebound. According to my books, the Wolves were 11 out of 15 in the first quarter from the field. There's another turnover. Number 13 against the Blue Jays as Matson goes in. Going to be blocked out of bounds by Stanley. Last touch by the Blue Jays. So it'll stay with the Wolves as substitution for Tom Dwyer's Watford City Wolves. Hope Cross comes in, a 5'3" junior, replacing Jordan Peterson, getting the rest here early in the second quarter. Samsel now has the ball stolen, and it's going to be number 1. That is Taya Nematello, a freshman or an 8th grader, getting the steal and the basket for the Stanley Blue Jays. Kick out pass down low underneath to Samsel. She loses it, and that'll be another turnover. Consecutive turnovers for the Wolves. As entry pass into Bethany Enander. She loses the handle on it. It'll be another turnover against Stanley, and now Enander steals it back away. And my goodness, we're all over the place as the ball's out of bounds. Last touch by Mogan. Jessie Mogan getting her hands on it, but she was out of bounds as Keith Hetzel will bring in a couple new players. Molly Lund and Harley Deteen checking back in for the Stanley Blue Jays. 6:06 to go in the half. Here's a deep three by number 1. That is Taya Nematello from the Tioga Ace Hardware three-point line, knocking it down. For her 5 points so far here off the bench for the Blue Jays as Jessie Mogan puts in 2 more for Watford City. 31-16 to 5:44 remaining here in the first half. Here's Deteen driving to the baseline, left side, has her pockets picked, then recaptures. Still in trouble. Now finally it'll be Nematello giving the ball up to Enander. Enander at the right elbow, loses the handle on it. It'll be a tie-up. And it will go over to Watford City with another turnover by the Stanley Blue Jays. Substitution coming in for Watford City. That's number 12, Amelia Wisness. Amelia Sophomore, stands 5'8". As Jordan Peterson back into the game for the Wolves. It's the ball over to Callie Sorensen into the game, and now Samsel goes around her defender, puts it off the glass for an easy 2 points. Her first bucket of the night. Watford City looking very good here against the Stanley Blue Jays, up by 17. Hornberger is going to try for three. Good decision as she knocks it down with a big three from the Tioga Ace Hardware three-point line. 8 points now for the senior, and here's a steal by the Blue Jays as Hornberger coast to coast off the glass. Can't convert. And now we're going to have a foul in the backcourt as Harley Deteen is going to be picked up with a foul, according to head referee Jarek Hansen. And with that, we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. You're watching Game Day Media coverage of girls Region 3, Region 4 from the home of the Blue Jays here in Stanley, North Dakota. My name's Randy Peterson.
Voted a top 20 critical access hospital in quality, our Level 5 Trauma Center is ready to handle all your emergency needs with our acute stroke ready certification and full lab and radiology departments. Our physical, occupational, and speech therapy providers are available for all your rehab care, and our family practice clinic provides a variety of care including well child and child immunizations. Psychiatric care is available by telehealth, and mental health is available in person. To schedule an appointment, call us at 701-628-2505 or find us on our website at stanleyhealth.org. Montreal County Medical Center, here to help you throughout a lifetime.
And as we come back here, this segment is brought to you by Technex Solutions, located in Tioga, North Dakota, offering measurement, sales, service, and support for your measurement equipment, both oil and water. Here's a bucket by Schaff. Call Jason at Technex Solutions, 701-641-0649, or get a hold of him at his email address, jason@technexsolutions.com. Here's Enander missing the layup from the right side as the Wolves pull down the rebound. Mogan brings the ball into the front court, gives it up to Peterson. Inside it's Schaff. Schaff with the basket from the paint, puts it in for two more. 5'9" junior's got 5 points on the night so far. And now here's a foul call. It's going to go against Mogan. Her first personal foul of the night with 3:55 remaining here in the first half. Only the first foul here in the second quarter against the Wolves. Deteen walks the ball into the front court. Down by 18. Here's a pass intended for Nematello, thrown away. Here's Mogan going in. We're going to have an offensive foul call against Jessie Mogan. That's her second personal foul. And now they're going to reconsider. Well, they're going to take that foul away from. Foul is going to go against number 5, Bethany Enander. So we'll take the foul away from Mogan. Mogan will go to the free throw line as the officials got together and worked out the details and figured out that it was a foul against the Blue Jays. Free throw attempt is missed by Jessie Mogan. Her first miss of the night was 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. Source Valley Dental Group free throw line. She missed both of them. Put pressure on the back court. Probably a little frustrated with herself as the ball given to the teen. Inside entry pass put up by Molly Lund, but it's blocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Wolves. With 3:28 remaining, it stays with the Blue Jays. Nematello will trigger the inbounds pass. They get it in to number 14, Molly Lund, and then Lund steps out of bounds. Turnover number 5 of the quarter, 17 of the game against Stanley. Wolves playing beyond the three-point line. Here's a steal by Nematello against Mogan. Nematello goes in and then it'll be blocked. Here's Hornberger from almost in front of the Watford City bench. Trying it from 3, and that's no good. We're going to have a foul call against Stanley's Taya Nematello, her first personal foul. Third team foul call against the Blue Jays here with 2:57 remaining in the half. Stay tuned. We'll have our Bank of Tioga halftime report where we recap all the individual and team stats. That's the Bank of Tioga halftime report. Playing around the three-point line, the Wolves. They go out to number 12. Now an entry pass into Schaff. Schaff with it, spins off the glass right side for 2 more. The 5'9" junior for the Wolves having a good second quarter. Hornberger gives the ball up to Enander. Inside to Stone. Stone goes in, puts it off the right glass for a nice bucket. Her first of the night. 39-21. Here's Schaff. Schaff drives, picks up her dribble, now kicks it out to Amelia Wisness. Schaff gets it back, pulls it from 3, and that's off the back glass and puts it in for 3 from the Tioga Ace Hardware three-point line. Couldn't believe it went in as she kissed it off the glass as a shot put up by Hornberger is no good, but the foul whistled against number 12, Amelia Wisness, with her first personal foul. It'll be a shooting foul for Clancy Hornberger. Hornberger with 8 points on the night so far, puts in the first free throw. Blue Jays are perfect from the line. It's 3 for 3 right now. Hope I don't jinx her. 42-22, 1:54 remaining here in the first half. Stanley down by 20. Second one is also in by the senior from Stanley. Averages 15.5 points a game. He's got 10 so far. Now here's a steal by the Blue Jays as Annie Royce is going to be fouled by number 5, Jessie Mogan. This time Mogan will be whistled for the foul, her second of the night. And with 1:42 remaining here, a fresh 35 goes on the shot clock as the Blue Jays inbound it. Hornberger retrieves it, picked up there by Mogan. Driving the baseline, and Stone throws it to the Wolves. Another turnover. And the ball is out of bounds, last touched by the Watford City Wolves. That'll be a turnover against the Wolves as number 22, Jordan Peterson, will check in, replacing number 14, Callie Sorensen. Excuse me, Jessica Mogan gets the seat on the bench with 2 personal fouls remaining here in the first half. 1:23 remaining on the clock. Inside to Hornberger, spin move, doesn't get the roll here on her home court. Peterson into the front court for the Wolves. Cross court pass over number 14, that's Sorensen. Sorensen gets it back from Cross. Now in the hands of Peterson again. Here's Matson going around Lund, and there is no contest there. As another bucket put in by Bailey Matson. Well, a long pass up to Annie Royce. Can have a free layup, but she didn't need it. And she put it down. Annie Royce with her second bucket of the night. As the Wolves and the Blue Jays trading baskets. 44-25. Entry pass inside to Samsel. Samsel guarded there by Royce. Trigger pulled from 3 by Cross. It's no good. Here is a shot put up by Taya Nematello. Can't convert the layup. And here comes Bailey Matson again in a hurry. Now there's a steal by Nematello. Got to be impressed with the 8th grader. Here's a shot put up by Nematello for 2. As the buzzer sounds to end the first half of play. Your Tioga Medical Center scoreboard. It is the Watford City Wolves 44, the Stanley Blue Jays 27. We'll step aside. We'll come back with our Bank of Tioga halftime report after this 3-minute timeout.
Bank of Tioga, with locations in Tioga and Crosby, North Dakota. Come and talk to us about all your financial needs. Whether it's agriculture, business, investments, or personal banking, we have the right product for you. Call our Tioga Bank at 701-664-3388 or our Crosby Bank at 701-965-6333 to discuss your needs with us. Ignite prosperity at the Bank of Tioga.
At Prairie Home Furnishings of Stanley, featuring some of the best brands in the industry, such as Ashley, La-Z-Boy, and Shaw Flooring, we have something for every room in your home. From furniture to flooring, outdoor living, mattresses, and decor, we truly have everything your home deserves. Shop our everyday low prices locally in store Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and Saturdays from 9 to 4, or shop online anytime at shopphf.com. For all things home, be sure to also follow us on Facebook.
At Souris Valley Dental Group, we've been using modern treatment techniques and products to help families smile since 1968. Voted as the #1 dentist in Minot, our team of expert dentists combine their unique areas of expertise and their experiences to create treatment plans that help each individual patient meet their goals. Contact our dental office at 701-419-8900 or visit sourisvalleydental.com to schedule an appointment today. You can count on us to keep your family grinning from ear to ear for many years to come.
Based in Crosby, North Dakota, St. Luke's Medical Center's mission is to provide comprehensive and compassionate health care for individuals and families in cooperation with the area medical community. Our vision is to be recognized as a community leader by delivering quality health care through a team of dedicated professionals in a friendly, compassionate, and growing environment. Recently named one of the top 20 critical access hospitals in the country means our community can count on us to deliver services they need now and in the future. To schedule an appointment, call 701-965-6349.
At Tioga Ace Hardware, our store is a member of the largest retailer-owned hardware cooperative in the industry. We are all committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. As the helpful hardware folks in your community, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Shop the biggest brands all under one roof at 119 North Main Street in Tioga or shop online at acehardware.com.
Since 1961, Tioga Medical Center has been providing quality health care to Northwest North Dakota patients. With a newly built clinic in Tioga, where primary care providers along with visiting specialists are caring for patients every day. Primary care clinics in Ray and Powers Lake also. Call for an appointment today at 701-664-3368. Tioga Medical Center. Great staff making a difference in the lives of patients every day.
And as we come back to the Bank of Tioga halftime report, it's the Watford City Wolves with a commanding 17-point lead over the Stanley Blue Jays here from Stanley, North Dakota, the home of the Blue Jays. Your halftime score, 44 for the Wolves, 27 for the Blue Jays. Wolves got out to a quick start, 27-11 at the end of the first quarter. Blue Jays hung with the Wolves in the second quarter. 17 points for the Wolves, 16 points for the Stanley Blue Jays. But it's a 17-point lead, 44-27 for Watford City over Stanley here at the end of 2 quarters of play. According to my unofficial books, the Watford City Wolves shooting a blistering 19 out of 25 from the field. Shooting 5 out of 8 from the free throw line. They've knocked down 1 3-pointer in the contest, and they've only committed 9 turnovers, 7 of those turnovers happening in the second quarter. Stanley with a 50% shooting from the field, 10 out of 20, 4 out of 4 from the free throw line. They have 3 3-pointers from the Tioga Ace Hardware 3-point line. But the big glaring thing that sticks out in the scorebook right now is the 17 turnovers they've had in the first half of play. Individually for the Watford City Wolves, they had 5 players getting in the scorebook, 3 of them with double digits, led by Jessica Mogan with a 16-point first half performance, just under her season average of 16.3 points per game. Bailey Matson contributing 12 points so far here in the first half. And then Addie Schaff has got 10 points for head coach Tom Dwyer's Watford City Wolves. 4 points contributed by the senior Jordan Peterson. And rounding out the scoring is Fallon Samsel with 2 points for a total of 44 first half points. And for the Blue Jays, they had 5 players get in the scorebook as well. Leading the Blue Jays is their leading scorer on the season with 10 points, Clancy Hornberger. 7 points knocked in by the 8th grader coming off the bench for head coach Heath Etzel. 7 points, all of them in the second quarter. 4 points each for Bethany Enander and Annie Royce, and Molly Lund contributing the other 2 points for a total of 27 points. Foul trouble for the Wolves. Jesse Mogan has got 2 fouls for the Watford City Wolves. Clancy Hornberger's got 3 fouls in the first half for the Blue Jays, as well as Bethany Enander with 2 personal fouls, the only players in foul trouble for Stanley. Once again, your halftime score. It is the Watford City Wolves 44, the Stanley Blue Jays 27. We'll step aside. We'll come back after this timeout for the start of our Northwest Therapy Services, start of our second half, as we go back to our studio. You're watching Game Day Media coverage of Region 3, Region 4 girls basketball action from the home of the Blue Jays in Stanley, North Dakota.
At Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, our vision is to be the respected and recognized leader in agricultural equipment and the employer of choice by helping people succeed. Our mission is to serve agricultural customers and communities by partnering to meet their needs through the sales and support of farm equipment and technology. Visit plainsag.com to check local inventory or stop by at 8141 off Highway 2 in Stanley, North Dakota today.
Born and raised amidst the small-town love of Northwest North Dakota, we at Northwest Communications Cooperative understand the joy of being part of a great community. That's why we choose to pour back into the people who pour into us. At NCC, we offer internet, telephone, video, and security services that are industry standard, top of the line. Based in Ray, North Dakota, we consider Northwest North Dakota our neighborhood. Let us know how we can serve you. Local, fast, reliable. Making connections, locally committed.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Border Mobile Grain Cleaning, based in Columbus, North Dakota, offers custom on-the-farm grain cleaning for spring wheat, durum, and barley. Contact Ethan Bakken at 701-310-5007 or find him on Facebook at Border Mobile Grain Cleaning.
The Country Store, located at 123 Main Street in Powers Lake, North Dakota. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it.
Located in Crosby, North Dakota, Brad Johnson Insurance has been helping clients find insurance coverage since 1986. Our team is passionate about serving the community in which we live and pride ourselves on getting to know our clients to best serve their needs. Our staff is active in the public and strives to better our community through participation, involvement, and by supporting area events and youth programs. For a quote, visit bradjohnsoninsurance.com or call 701-965-4200 today.
As we come back for the start of our Northwest Therapy Services, start of the second half, this segment brought to you by DA Land LLC. Established in 2021, providing quality skid steer attachments, farm and ranch supplies, feed and pet supplies to the Tioga area. That's DA Land LLC, located in Tioga, North Dakota. Also want to thank The Porch, locally owned coffee shop on Highway 2 as you go through Ray, serving a variety of drinks with a flavor for everyone. That is The Porch, located in Ray, North Dakota. I want to thank Farmers Union Insurance, the Larson Vossen Agency, located up in Crosby. They sell crop, farm and ranch, home and auto, commercial and health insurance. Call Chell or Robbie at 701-965-6335 today. That's the Farmers Union Insurance, Larson Vossen Agency, located in Crosby. And we're underway here as we have a traveling call against the Stanley Blue Jays to start the second half. A little bit of pressure put on the backcourt by the Blue Jays. Mogan has no trouble coming into the front court. Right side they go to number 2, Samsel. Now Schaff with it, left all alone as Stone tried to intercept it. Nice pass down low to Bailey Matson on the assist by Jesse Mogan. And another point on the couple points on the board for the Blue Jays. Entry pass to Enander, then runs out of trouble, almost got called for the travel, but it's Molly Lund putting up the shot, comes away empty as they go to the deck, picked up there by Schaff. Schaff gives it up to Mogan beyond the three-point line. Goes around to Tain, kick out to Peterson, and there's a three-pointer. Jordan Peterson with a three-pointer from the Tioga Ace Hardware three-point line. And it's a 22-point lead, 49-27. Enander in the front court. Hornberger tries her luck from the Tioga Ace Hardware three-point line. That's no good. And here come the Wolves again. As Mogan comes into the front court with it, directing traffic, gives it up on the right side to Samsel. Now back out on Schaff. Here's Mogan again, guarded by Detain. Mogan goes around to Teen, jump stop, puts it up off the left glass with the right hand, good for two more. Here's Clancy Hornberger, kind of out of control, got bumped, no call, as the shot goes awry for the Blue Jays. Nice pass down low to Matson. Matson off the glass, can't convert. As Enander pulls down the rebound and gives it up to Hornberger. 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. As Detain gives it up to Molly Lund. Lund goes inside to Enander from the right elbow. Kick out back to Molly Lund. Now here's Hornberger with it from the free throw line. Shots away, no good. Matson again on the drive, and we're going to have an offensive foul call against Bailey Matson. Her second personal, first team foul. Stoppage and play lets us thank 701 Cornhole Company. Custom cornhole sets make your cookouts even better. Visit their website at 701cornholecompany.com to see what they can make for you. Makes a great Christmas present. Visit their website, 701cornholecompany.com. Brad Anderson, a Stanley alumni, owner of 701cornholecompany.com, as the foul whistled against number 10, Bailey Matson. That's her third personal. And it sends the Blue Jays to the free throw line to shoot two. That is Jamelyn Gustafson at the free throw line, missing the front end of the shooting foul. 51-27 with 5:30 to go here in the third quarter. Darby Moberg into the game for the Wolves, whereas number 1, 5'7" sophomore. Second free throw is a little bit too hard by Gustafson. And here's Mogan again, shots away, that's no good. As the ball goes out of bounds, last touch by the Wolves. So it goes back over to Stanley. 5:23 remaining here in the third quarter. Wolves with the pressure still, as Enander dribbles out of trouble, gives it up to Hornberger from the right side. The shot's away, and then here's a turnover as the Blue Jays.
Located in Crosby.
.458 to go. Poke check by Taya Offworth against Mogan, the 8th grader. Giving Mogan everything she wants. Now pick the ball up as the Wolves throw it away. Turnover by the Wolves. Good pressure put on by Taya Nematello. As Mogan will check out, Jordan Peterson will check in along with Addie Schaff for head coach Tom Dwyer and the Watford City Wolves. 51-27. 24-point lead for the Wolves over the Blue Jays. Here's Enander going in for an easy layup on the right side. Enander now with 6 points for the Blue Jays. Cross with the dribble, gives it up to Schaff. Now on the right side, that is Wisness. Moberg dribbles the basketball, goes to the paint. Kick out to Cross. Entry pass into Schaff. Schaff off the glass for two more. 12 points for the junior from Watford City. Well designed play by the Watford City Wolves as Clancy Hornberger kind of forced it comes away empty as the Wolves tear down the rebound again. Schaff comes into the front court, gives it up to Peterson. Kick out to Schaff. Thought about the three-pointer. Now stops, drags her foot, gets called for the travel. A little break in the action. This segment brought to you by Hidden Beauty Salon and Spa, located in Tioga, North Dakota on Main Street. They're your full-service salon and spa. You can follow them on Facebook at Hidden Beauty. Jessica Nygaard. Also want to thank the Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club, supporting the ranchers and all the Powers Lake athletic programs associated with ranchers in Powers Lake. Tylee Johnson into the game for the Blue Jays. Royce runs down the basketball, has her pockets picked. That'll be another turnover by the Blue Jays as Mogan with the steal. Kick out to number 24. That is Bond. And Bond puts it in for a three-pointer from the Tioga Ace Hardware three-point line. There's another turnover for the Blue Jays, and it's getting out of control here. Here's a kick out to Mogan. Cross-court pass to number 24, Bond. Now entry pass into Samsel. Samsel backs down Royce and then gets called for the travel. Also want to thank the Tioga Pirate Booster Club, supporting our Pirates and the Firestorm and all the athletic programs associated with the Pirates and Firestorm, and coming on board as another game day sponsor here recently. If you're interested in joining us, they still got room for more. Get a hold of me or my son David. It's a foul whistle against number 22, Jordan Peterson, her first personal foul. That's the third team foul. But you can find us on Facebook at GameDay Media. And get a hold of us. We'd love to accommodate you as you try to promote your business, as we try to promote our Northwest North Dakota area athletes. Another turnover, fifth of the quarter for the Blue Jays. 22nd of the game for Stanley. 2.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Matson comes into the front court, gives it up to Mogan. Mogan, kick out to Matson, pulls the trigger from three, that's short. Rebound off the fingertips of Samsel, and it goes back over to Stanley. 56-29, your Tioga Medical Center scoreboard. Again, full court pressure put on, not real intense pressure, but the Blue Jays know they're there. As Niematello almost has the ball stolen away. Niematello with the drive, has the ball checked out of her hands. It's going to be last touch by the Blue Jays. And out of bounds, another turnover for the Stanley Blue Jays. We're under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Here comes Matson again. Bailey with the dribble. Guarded there by Enander. Now gives the ball up to Peterson. Mogan. Mogan drives from the left elbow. Good. Jessica Mogan now has reached 20 points on the game. Had 16 in the first half, has 4 here in the third quarter. Hornberg kicks out on the top to Enander. Enander, nice spin move off the glass, can't convert. And lid on the bucket for the Blue Jays right now with 1 minute 20 seconds to go in the third. Here's a southpaw shot off the side of the backboard by number 24, Bond. But then we're going to have a foul call against the Stanley Blue Jays. It's going to go against number 5, Bethany Enander. That's her third. It sends Bailey Matson to the free throw line to shoot 2. Matson, a 5'10" sophomore, toes a stripe, converts the first free throw. As Tylee Johnson will check out, replacing her is Molly Lund. Bailey Matson again at the free throw line and gets the roll here at Blue Jays court. She'll come out of the game as Schaff will check back in. Along with number 24, Annabelle Bond. 60-29. Hornberger puts up the shot, out of control. The putback by Niematello is no good, as the shooting woes continue for the Blue Jays. Here's a long three-pointer put up by Schaff. That's no good. Now we're going to have a foul call against the Blue Jays. It's going to go against number 22, Clancy Hornberger. That's her 4th personal foul. And she'll come out of the game. Replacing her is Harley Detain, as Darby Moberg will check back in for head coach Tom Dwyer. 60-29, 31-point lead for the Wolves. Here's a nice feed down to a wide open Addie Schaff on the assist. Wow, great play. Making it look easy here tonight. Here's Lund. Kick out down to Stone, and Stone puts it down for her first bucket of the night. 62-31. There's Molly Lund with the steal. Molly goes in, puts it up for 2 as the buzzer sounds to end the third quarter of play. Your Tioga Medical Center scoreboard. It is the Wolves 62, the Stanley Blue Jays 33. We'll come back after the St. Luke's Medical Center timeout for the start of our Northwest Therapy Services, start of our 4th quarter after this 30-second timeout.
While being the largest leaseholder in the Bakken, Continental Resources believes that we are among the most efficient and cost-effective producers of oil and natural gas on the planet. One of the most effective ways of putting action behind our values is by giving to those communities in which we operate. American Energy is a huge contributor of tax revenue to local, state, and federal governments, an economic catalyst, and a job creator. If you want to work in an environment that encourages teamwork and putting your ideas into action, visit CLR.com to start your new career today.
As we come out of this St. Luke's Medical Center quarter break, this segment's going to be brought to you by Surge Aesthetics, located in Tioga and Hazen. Our purpose is to enhance your natural beauty and give you the confidence that you need. Call Sarah in Tioga at 701-641-6429 or contact Corey at 701-870-0529 for your Hazen appointment. That is Surge Aesthetics, located in Tioga and Hazen. As we have a running clock now here in the 4th quarter, the Watford City Wolves with another 2 points. That is Jordan Peterson. Here's the Blue Jays, and Blue Jays can't convert it as Enander misses the basket. The putback, rebound by number 10, Matea Stone. She'll go to the free throw line as a foul whistle against number 5, Jessica Mogan. Matea shoots 2 from the Souris Valley Dental Group free throw line and knocks down the first one. She's got 3 points on the night. Second one by Stone is also in. The 5'7" senior, 2 for 2. Total of 4 points tonight. Samsel gives it up to Schaff at the top of the key around the horn to Mogan. Out on top, here's Peterson with the dribble from the paint, puts it up with the runner. No good as Hornberger rips down the rebound. Here's Clancy Hornberger. Drives to the paint, kicks it out. Now out on top to Enander. Enander thinking about it, goes with the drive left hand, no good, can't convert it. Here comes Mogan again. Mogan coast to coast. And the shot's away, no good, as we're going to have a blocking foul called against number 14, Molly Lund. It'll send Jessica Mogan to the free throw line to shoot 2. Mogan with 20 points so far here tonight can add on. Mogan will toe the stripe from the Souris Valley Dental Group free throw line. and calmly puts down the first free throw for 21st point of the night. Coach Dwyer starting to make a couple of substitutions, including number 3, Hope Cross, into the game again as Mogan puts in another 2 points. Another free throw, I should say, for 2 more points from the free throw line. Now here's a steal by the Wolves. And then the ball blocked, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Blue Jays. It'll stay with the Watford City Wolves. Wolves inbound the basketball under their own basket. They get it into Mogan. Here is Matson again with 2 more. She's got 18 points in the game. 68-35. Here's a shot put up by Lund, is no good. As Mogan runs down the rebound, gets it up front to Cross. Now kick out to number 14. That is Callie Sorensen with the 3-point attempt. That's no good. And then the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Blue Jays. As number 12 for the Blue Jays, CJ Bombach will check in, replacing Molly Lund. 68-35 as we have a running clock here. And number 24, Annabelle Bond, will check in for Jessica Mogan. And number 12, Amelia Wisness, will check in for Bailey Matson for the Wolves. Now here's a steal by Hornberger. Hornberger goes in, puts it up off the glass, can't convert it. But as she does, she's going to get bumped by the Wolves. That'll be a foul against number 12, Amelia Wisness. And that'll send Clancy Hornberger to the free throw line to shoot 2, looking for her first point of the second half. And from the free throw line, she converts. Hornberger's second free throw is also in. So the Blue Jays, pretty good percentage from the free throw line tonight, but too many turnovers so far. Here's Sorensen with the basketball beyond the 3-point line. Kicks it out to Cross. Cross fights for the ball. Now throws it away. Turnover by Watford City. As Hornberger comes into the front court. Hornberger gets the easy layup. 14 points now for the senior from Stanley. 68-39 as the clock continues to run here. Cross with the dribble. Kick out to Callie Sorensen. Now into the hands of number 24, Bond. Bond tries to go through the bottom of the hoop. Lost control of the basketball as the Blue Jays come away with it. Now here's going to be a steal by Watford City. Another turnover for the Blue Jays. 27 turnovers for Stanley so far here tonight. Here's a kick out to Sorensen, blocked into the stands by Clancy Hornberger. With 11 seconds to go on the shot clock, we have more substitutions as Annie Royce and Molly Lund will check back in for the Blue Jays. Stays with Watford City. Bond with the dribble goes right side to Cross. Now Cross loses it, throws it away. Turnover. Now fights for it as the Blue Jays struggling. They come into the front court. Here's Enander. Kick out to number 12. That's Bombach with the 3-pointer. That's good. CJ Bombach rings the bell with her first bucket of the night, coming from the Tioga Ace Hardware 3-point line. Again, the Blue Jays are still fighting, playing some pretty good defense, and now here's good defense, and it'll be Hornberger with the easy bucket. Hornberger now with 16. Under 3 minutes to play here from the home of the Blue Jays. The shot is blocked by the Blue Jays, but it'll be a foul called against number 15. That is Annie Royce with her first personal foul. And it will send Kenzie Kukenbu to the free throw line. The first one's off, no good. .244 to go. Again, great sponsors that help make all this possible. Make sure you tell them thanks if you go in and see them. We couldn't do it without their support, no doubt, and we're grateful for each and every one of the sponsors that we do have. And like I said, stop by and fill your Christmas stockings at some of our great Game Day Media sponsors. And give them a word of thanks. Here is Annie Royce finding Hornberger, pulls the trigger from 3, and Hornberger hits another one as we have a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here, though, as we have some more reads that we want to do, including Bravera Bank, DA Land, The Porch, Surge Aesthetics, Technex Solution, Farmers Union Insurance, Larson Vossen Agency, 701 Cornhole Company, Hidden Beauty Salon and Spa, Prairie Motors in Stanley, Kyle Hansen, your Thriving Financial Service agent in Stanley. Also want to thank Flag Family Media, KTGO 1090 AM and 92.7 FM for picking up our feed this evening. Also want to thank the Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club as well as the Tioga Pirates Booster Club. And also want to mention we have a new sponsor that has come on board with us, just signed the contract today. That's the Bethel Baptist Church, located in Powers Lake, North Dakota, coming on as a sponsor that will help us provide coverage of all of our sporting events here on Game Day Media. You can find us at Game Day Media ND at YouTube and on our Facebook page at Game Day Media, where we announce all of our players of the games. We'll have a picture of our player of the game from our game tonight. And just been kind of fun to do all this stuff. This will be our last broadcast of 2023. Here's Bailey Matson putting it up from 3. It's no good, but the putback by Cross is put down for 2 more. As we take a little break over the Christmas holidays, we want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas as we take a little bit of a break and enjoy family as they come home. And I hope you can do the same. Wherever you may be, whether it's at your place or if you're on the road, travel safe and enjoy the Christmas holiday season. And as the Wolves are trying to figure out which lineup they want out there, they finally get ready to go here as the clock continues to run. We'll visit with our winning head coach, Tom Dwyer, as Samsel puts it in with the left hand for 2 more points. 1:10 to go. We'll name our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game. You might figure out who that might be, as Enander misses the left-hand layup. It'll be Jesse Mogan being named our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game. We'll try to get those guys and talk with them a little bit as we have a timeout on the floor. We're going to keep it right here, though, as they're just going to have a substitution timeout, and they're going to keep the players on the floor, so we'll stay right here as well. But 53.8 seconds remaining as Tom Dwyer wanted to get all of his players on the bench into the game with a quick little timeout, but we'll keep it right here as the ball almost stolen away by Stanley. It'll stay with the Wolves. There's a tie-up, and the possession arrow favors the Stanley Blue Jays. So still in the backcourt. As the Blue Jays come into the front court, they kick it down low, throw it away. Now here's Watford City with the basketball, under 15 seconds to play. And now there's a travel in the backcourt by the Wolves as the clock continues to run. your final score. It will be the Blue Jays dropping the game 72-47 against the Watford City Wolves as the buzzer sounds to end our contest tonight. Convincing win by the Watford City Wolves by a score of 72-47. We'll step aside. We'll go down to the floor as we try to hunt down head coach Tom Dwyer and our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game, Jesse Mogan, after this 3-minute timeout.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Otheon Boutique. Shop in person in downtown Tioga or visit their website at shopotheon.com.
Nessa Consulting, located in Tioga, North Dakota. Visit nessaconsulting.com.
Frames by Ryan James, located in Crosby, North Dakota. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Frames by Ryan James.
D&L Paraffin Incorporated is a local family-owned hot oil company that has been in operation since 1981. We work hard to develop good business relationships with the oil field companies in the Tioga area. While offering services north of Lake Sakakawea, we focus on integrity, hard work, and safety. For all hot oil services, call dispatch at 701-641-3065 or 701-641-6310. And for hiring information, be sure to follow us on Facebook at DL Paraffin.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by Pregame Construction in Ray, North Dakota, your go-to for all your residential and commercial spray foam and construction needs. Tegan's Interiors, located on Main Street in Crosby, North Dakota. Follow them on Facebook or find them online at tegansinteriors.com. Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, located at 106 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit tiogadrug.com. This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Brandy Larson Insurance of Stanley offers home, auto, business, and farm insurance. For a quote, call 701-628-1414. Your local Farmers Union insurance agent.
Murex Petroleum Corporation, a pioneer for today, creating opportunities for all involved. Extraordinary people, extraordinary assets. MurexPetroleumCorporation.com.
Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, family owned and operated since 1986. Offering septic service, portable restrooms and hand wash, sewer jet and camera services. Located in Stanley, North Dakota, call for a free...
At Haugland Insurance Services, we are passionate about protecting farmers and ranchers. With extensive agricultural knowledge, we have the tools to protect your profit and minimize risk. Whether it's crop and livestock insurance or farm property and liability, we protect your hard-earned assets. We can also assist with farm transitions, commercial insurance, life, health, and disability coverage. You work hard to feed our world, and we work tirelessly to protect what you've grown and built. Call us at 701-965-4066 or visit us online at HauglandInsuranceServices.com. This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Roustabout Service and Insulating, servicing the oil and gas industry since 1963. MC Property and Maintenance LLC is a family-owned and operated property management, maintenance, and handyman company based in Stanley, North Dakota. From lawn care to snow removal and everything in between, let us manage every aspect of your rental, property, and maintenance needs. To schedule an appointment, call Max at 701-641-2772.
Founded in 2019, Northwest Therapy Services, located in Ray and Williston, North Dakota, provides speech therapy in our clinics as well as partnering with local schools and nursing facilities to provide on-site therapeutic services. Our therapists offer language therapy as well as therapy for social, cognitive, communication, swallowing, feeding, and voice disorders. We are dedicated to providing the highest level of quality services. To schedule an appointment, visit nwtherapyservices.com or call 701-568-8255.
As we come back to our DNL Paraffin postgame show, I've been able to catch up with our winning head coach, Tom Dwyer of the Watford City Wolves, and our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game, that is Jesse Mogan. We'll talk to Coach Dwyer first. And Coach, pretty convincing win tonight by your Watford City Wolves.
Yeah, I was proud of how we played. I thought we took a step forward. We played some good defense. We improved rebounding. We did a good job of moving the ball around and getting everyone touching the ball. We got a lot of assists, so I'm very proud of the team effort from everyone.
And I know that you had a great effort by your Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game. That is Jesse Mogan. But, you seem to throw the ball around. You didn't make too many mistakes tonight, and I thought it was just a very convincing win as you set the tone early with 27 first quarter points, and that kind of set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I agree. Jessie is a phenomenal player. She does a good job of starting with defense, which is always the key, and then on the offensive side, she's really good point guard and getting her team involved, making the extra pass, but then also being aggressive and taking shots when she has them, and she made some difficult shots. So,
what's up next for the Wolves? Do you get a break now, or are you still playing before the Christmas holiday?
No, we got 2 practices. Then we'll start with Christmas break, and then got more practices. And then we'll play Williston on the 28th or 29th, I think.
Okay. Well, you've been listening to the winning head coach, Tom Dwyer of the Watford City Wolves, and as we move over, thank you, Tom. As we move over and talk with our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game, that is Jesse Mogan, the senior for the Watford City Wolves, a 5-year starter. And, you guys set the tone early tonight. I had you down for like 14 points in the first quarter. You ended up with 22 points, and I thought you got everybody involved in the game tonight. I thought overall the team had a pretty good game tonight.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And it's fun watching my teammates, be more bold with their shots and just moving and wanting the ball more, because it's just so much fun to see all those girls. Everyone on our bench got in, and just about everyone tried to take a shot, and it was so much fun.
And I know that you have already committed to play for the as a Minot State Beaver next year, and are you looking forward to that challenge?
Yes, I will be playing with my sister next year.
Oh, really?
So I'm excited for that also.
And what are you planning to study when you go into Minot State?
Business.
Business?
Yep.
Okay. Well, we always need more business people in the state, and congratulations, Jesse. I just thought you played a will of a game, set the tone early, got all your teammates involved, and they helped you and you helped them, and it was just a good overall team game tonight, I thought.
Thank you.
You've been listening to our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game, Jesse Mogan, the Minot State University commit for next year, but she's got a few high school games left to play, the 5-year starter for the Wolves, with our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game. We'll step aside. We'll finish up with our DNL Paraffin postgame show after this timeout. A word from some of our great sponsors.
At Prairie Home Furnishings of Stanley, featuring some of the best brands in the industry, such as Ashley, Lazy Boy, and Shaw Flooring, we have something for every room in your home. From furniture to flooring, outdoor living, mattresses, and decor, we truly have everything your home deserves. Shop our everyday low prices locally in store Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and Saturdays from 9 to 4, or shop online anytime at shopphf.com. For all things home, be sure to also follow us on Facebook.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you by
Napa Tioga Parts Supply, located at 105 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit napaonline.com. TNT Measurements Incorporated, providing oil and gas allocation meter proving, calibrations, and production facility lack provings. To schedule your proving, contact Derek Thompson at 701-421-1351. At Souris Valley Dental Group, we've been using modern treatment techniques and products to help families smile since 1968. Voted as the #1 dentist in Minot, our team of expert dentists combine their unique areas of expertise and their experiences to create treatment plans that help each individual patient meet their goals. Contact our dental office at 701-419-8900 or visit surrisvalleydental.com to schedule an appointment today. You can count on us to keep your family grinning from ear to ear for many years to come.
Based in Crosby, North Dakota, St. Luke's Medical Center's mission is to provide comprehensive and compassionate healthcare for individuals and families in cooperation with the area medical community. Our vision is to be recognized as a community leader by delivering quality healthcare through a team of dedicated professionals in a friendly, compassionate, and growing environment. Recently named one of the top 20 critical access hospitals in the country means our community can count on us to deliver services they need now and in the future. To schedule an appointment, call 701-965-6349.
Bank of Tioga, with locations in Tioga and Crosby, North Dakota. Come and talk to us about all your financial needs. Whether it's agriculture, business, investments, or personal banking, we have the right product for you. Call our Tioga Bank at 701-664-3388 or our Crosby Bank at 701-965-6333 to discuss your needs with us. Ignite prosperity at the Bank of Tioga.
And as we come back and finish up with our DNL Paraffin postgame show, it was the Stanley Blue Jays with the final score 72-47 over the Watford City Wolves, 72-47 over the Stanley Blue Jays. For the Wolves, as a team, they shot 30 out of 43, very efficient tonight, according to my unofficial books. 9 out of 14 from the free throw line, knocked in 3 3-pointers, committed 18 turnovers on the night tonight. They led at every stop, 27-11 at the end of the first quarter, 44-27 at halftime. They led 62-33 at the end of the third quarter and finished the game with a 72-47 lead and win over the Stanley Blue Jays. The Blue Jays were 17 out of 44 from the field, 8 out of 10 from the free throw line, 5 3-pointers, and 28 turnovers this evening. Individual scoring goes this way, led by our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game, Jessica Mogan, with 22 points, 18 points for Bailey Matson, 14 for Addie Schaff, 9 points for Jordan Peterson, 4 points for Fallon Samsel, 3 points for Annabelle Bond, and 2 points for Hope Cross. Playing but not scoring was Kenzie Kokenboo, as Darby Moberg and Amelia Wisness, Callie Sorensen, everybody got in the game. Demetria Brantley, Flynn Robinson, as well as Miley Rowan for the Watford City Wolves. And leading the way for the Blue Jays with 19 points tonight, their leading scorer, Clancy Hornberger, finished with 19 points. The only player in double figures tonight. 7 points knocked in by the 8th grader, Taya Nematello. 6 points for Bethany Enander. 4 points each for Matea Stone, Molly Lund, Annie Royce. And 3 points contributed by C.J. Bomback. Playing but not scoring was Harley Deteen and Jamelyn Gustafson, along with Tylee Johnson for head coaches Heath Hetzel and the Stanley Blue Jays. That'll be our final coverage here for the 2023 season as we take a little bit of a break over the Christmas holiday season. And we at GameDay Media want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and stay safe out there. We've enjoyed with our coverage for 2023. We look forward to 2024 as we continue on with girls and boys basketball coverage. Going to throw in a wrestling match on the 4th of January. So our next coverage, it'll be Tioga boys versus the Ray boys over at Kurt Hodden Field Court in Ray, North Dakota, as the rescheduled game that was canceled because of weather earlier in December has been rescheduled for January 2nd. GameDay Media will be there on the 4th of January. We'll have double action. It'll be the basketball game, I believe. It's between Divide County and Powers Lake on the 4th of January. But we're also going to do a wrestling match, a triangular, involving the Williams County Firestorm, the Deluxe Burlington Lakers, and the Bishop Ryan Lions. And so on behalf of all of our sponsors who helped make this all possible, couldn't do it without them. I want to thank my production team tonight, Nick Walla on the board tonight, on the camera tonight, Owen Miller. My name's Randy Peterson. Once again, your final score from Stanley. In Class A girls basketball, it was the Watford City Wolves with a 72-47 victory over the Stanley Blue Jays. As the Wolves improved to 3-2 on the season, the Blue Jays fall to 1-5 overall on the season. Good night, everybody. Travel safe until 2024. Good night.
Tonight's Game Day Media broadcast was brought to you by NCC, Tioga Medical Center, The Country Store, St. Luke's Medical Center, Othio Boutique, Souris Valley Dental Group of Minot, D&L Paraffin, Brad Johnson Insurance, Bravera Bank, Continental Resources, Northwest Therapy Services, Nessa Consulting Service, Roustabout Service and Insulating, DA Land LLC, 701 Cornhole Company, Bingaman Construction, Tioga Ace Hardware, Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, Tioga Parts Supply, Surge Aesthetics, The Porch, Tegan's Interiors, Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, Prairie Home Furnishings, Tech Next Solutions, Montreal County Health Center, Brandy Larson Insurance Agency, Thrivent, Kyle Hansen, Financial Advisor, Mirex Petroleum Corporation, TNT Measurements Incorporated, MC Property and Maintenance LLC, Tioga Pirates Booster Club, Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, Border Mobile Grain Cleaning, Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club, Flag Family Media.